Have you ever been jolted awake by a sharp, stabbing pain in your leg? So sudden it feels like someone twisted your muscles into a knot? If you're over 60, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. These nighttime leg cramps don't just interrupt your sleep. They steal your peace, your energy, and sometimes even your desire to go for a simple walk the next morning. But what if the answer isn't found in another pill bottle? What if it's already sitting in your kitchen? I'm talking about 5 everyday fruits that do more than just taste good. These fruits help hydrate your body, restore essential minerals, calm your nerves, and protect your muscles, all naturally. And here's the thing. One of them surprised even the doctors I work with. So stay with me until the end, because that last fruit, it might be the missing piece in your nighttime routine. Ready? Let's take a look at the first fruit. The one you've probably eaten your whole life but never realized it was quietly helping your muscles work better while you sleep. 1. Bananas, the muscle whisperer. You've seen them at every grocery store, probably have a few ripening on your counter right now. But have you ever thought of bananas as muscle medicine? Not many people do. You just eat one when you're hungry, or maybe slice it into your cereal. But here's what you probably didn't know. This simple fruit holds one of the most powerful natural keys to stopping leg cramps in older adults. Let's start with potassium. As you age, your body starts to lose this essential mineral more easily. Maybe you've noticed that you feel weaker after walks, or that your muscles seem to twitch randomly at night. That's not just old age. It might be your body trying to say, "Hey, I'm low on potassium." Bananas are one of the richest natural sources of this mineral. A medium banana gives you around 400 milligrams of potassium, which is about 10% of what your body needs in a day. Sounds small? Not when you eat one every day. Potassium doesn't just exist in your muscles, it actually controls how they contract and relax. When your potassium levels drop, that communication breaks down. And when that happens, your muscles misfire, tighten too much, don't release properly. That's when you feel that awful middle-of-the-night cramp. Has that happened to you lately? Right when you finally fall asleep, bam! Your calf locks up and jolts you awake? Here's the beautiful part. Bananas don't work alone. They bring vitamin B6 into the picture, a quiet little nutrient that plays a big role in nerve health. And when your nerves are calm, your muscles follow. It's a system. You support one, the other relaxes. You might think cramps are just muscle issues, but in reality, they're often about how well your nerves and muscles are working together. That's where bananas shine. They support both. And don't forget about hydration. Potassium helps your body hold on to fluids, draw water into muscle cells. You know how older adults often don't feel thirsty until it's too late? That's why you, or someone you love, might be more dehydrated than you realize, especially in warmer weather. And dehydration? It's one of the biggest culprits behind muscle cramps. So eating a banana is more than just a snack. It's a natural electrolyte boost, a mini hydration assist, a muscle support tool that works quietly every day. Still wondering if it's worth adding to your breakfast tomorrow? Just ask yourself, would you rather wait for the next cramp to strike, or give your muscles a little help before bedtime? But don't go running to the fruit bowl just yet. Because while bananas are powerful, they're only one piece of the puzzle. You see, there's another fruit that doesn't just help with contraction, but actually helps your muscles relax. Most people overlook it. You might have even skipped it at the store without realizing it could be your body's missing link. Let's talk about it next. It's small, green, and absolutely packed with a mineral most seniors don't get nearly enough of. Any guesses? 2. Kiwis, the magnesium powerhouse. It's small, it's fuzzy, and chances are, it's not the first fruit you reach for when you think about muscle cramps. But maybe it should be. Have you ever felt your legs tighten up after gardening? Or noticed your muscles take longer to recover after a walk around the block? Maybe you chalked it up to age or overdoing it. But what if the real reason is something you're missing? Something that could be quietly fixed with just one simple fruit? Kiwi may not get as much attention as bananas, but it deserves a spotlight of its own, especially if you're over 60. Because inside this humble green fruit is one of the most overlooked nutrients for muscle health, magnesium. And if you're like most older adults, your magnesium levels have been slipping for years without you even realizing it. Why does that matter? Magnesium helps your muscles relax. While potassium helps them contract properly, magnesium makes sure they don't stay locked up. Think of your muscles like rubber bands. Without magnesium, they tighten and stay tight. That's when cramps hit, sometimes out of nowhere. You bend down to pick something up or simply lie in bed, and suddenly your calf seizes. Sound familiar? Kiwi gives you a gentle, natural dose of this vital mineral. And here's something most people don't realize. As you age, your ability to absorb magnesium from food drops. That means you need more of it, not less. But you don't necessarily need a supplement. Just one kiwi can start to tip the balance in your favor. But magnesium isn't the only reason kiwi works. It's also full of vitamin C, which plays a big role in keeping your muscles and connective tissues strong and flexible. And we're not talking about just avoiding colds here. Vitamin C supports collagen production, the very thing that gives your muscles their structure. As collagen declines with age, so does muscle elasticity. That tight, stiff feeling in your legs after walking? That might not just be soreness, it could be your muscles telling you they're losing their bounce. And then there's digestion. Have you noticed that when your stomach feels off, everything else feels worse too? Kiwi is loaded with fiber and natural enzymes that help keep your digestive system running smoothly. Why does that matter for muscle cramps? Because when your gut is sluggish, your body struggles to absorb the very nutrients, like magnesium and potassium, that your muscles need to function. It's all connected. So next time you see a kiwi at the store, don't overlook it. Ask yourself, could this little fruit be the missing support your muscles have been craving? And just when you think you've covered all the bases, potassium, magnesium, collagen, digestion, there's still something we haven't touched. Hydration. Because even if you eat the right minerals, if your body's running dry, your muscles will suffer. Now imagine a fruit that's almost pure water, a fruit that doesn't just taste refreshing. It floods your cells with the hydration and circulation boost they desperately need. Think you know what it is? We'll find out next. It's red, juicy, and might be the most overlooked recovery fruit of all. Let's dive into it. 3. Watermelon, the natural rehydrator. It's sweet, it's juicy, and when the weather gets warmer, it's the one fruit you probably crave more than any other. But what you might not know is that watermelon does far more than cool you down. It could be one of your best allies in the fight against nighttime leg cramps. Have you ever noticed your cramps get worse during the summer months? Maybe after a day in the garden or just sitting outside under the sun? You might think, I didn't even do much. Why am I cramping? But here's the thing. Your body loses water all day long, even when you're not sweating buckets. And as you age, your sense of thirst gets weaker. That means by the time you feel thirsty, you may already be dehydrated. And dehydration? That's a major trigger for muscle cramps. When your muscles don't have enough fluid, they contract unpredictably. They stiffen, seize, and leave you wincing in the dark, rubbing your leg, wishing it would just stop. That's where watermelon comes in. It's made up of over 90% water. It doesn't just hydrate you, it helps your body hold on to that hydration. And it brings along potassium and magnesium, the two key electrolytes your muscles rely on to function properly. You're not just eating fruit, you're recharging your muscle cells with what they need to stay relaxed. But there's something even more interesting inside watermelon, an amino acid called citrulline. Your body turns citrulline into arginine, which then becomes nitric oxide. Why does that matter to you? Because nitric oxide helps your blood vessels open up, improving circulation. And when blood flows better, your muscles get more oxygen, more nutrients, and less stress. Better circulation means your legs feel lighter, stronger, and less likely to cramp during or after movement. So if you've ever felt like your legs just don't bounce back after activity, or they ache even after short walks, poor blood flow could be part of the picture. Watermelon isn't just a treat. It's a gentle way to support your vascular system without medication. And let's not forget the vitamin C. Like kiwi, watermelon helps your body build collagen, repair micro tears in muscle tissue, and stay flexible. That means less stiffness, less soreness, and more freedom to move without worry. So the next time you cut into a watermelon, think of it as more than just a summer snack. It's hydration, circulation, recovery, all rolled into one bite. And it's especially powerful if you eat it after physical activity, when your body is calling out for fluids and repair. Now you might be thinking, I'm already eating bananas, I could try kiwi, and watermelon makes sense too. Is there anything else? Yes, because while hydration is essential and minerals are critical, there's still one silent enemy we haven't tackled yet: inflammation. Inflammation can build quietly in your muscles and joints, making cramps more intense and recovery slower. But what if a single fruit could fight that inflammation, while also helping you sleep better? Let's talk about that next. It's small, deep red, and has been used by athletes for years to speed up recovery and reduce pain. But it may be even more important for you. Ready to meet it? 4. Cherries, the anti-inflammatory hero. It's dark, small, and slightly tart. But don't let the size fool you. Cherries carry a serious punch when it comes to fighting muscle pain and nighttime cramps. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt your legs stay sore longer than they used to? Like after a walk or a trip to the market, your calves feel heavy, your thighs tight, even into the next day. You tell yourself, maybe I'm just out of shape, or that's what getting older feels like. But what if it's not just age? What if it's something deeper? Something as sneaky as inflammation? You see, as we get older, our bodies become more sensitive to tiny injuries, even those we can't see. Your muscles might feel tight not because you did too much, but because they haven't fully recovered from the last thing you did. And that lingering tension, that constant soreness, it builds. Until one night your leg just locks up, and you're wide awake again, rubbing it, frustrated, tired. This is where cherries come in. Especially tart cherries. They're packed with compounds called anthocyanins, natural antioxidants that fight inflammation in your muscles and joints. Studies have shown that cherry juice can significantly reduce muscle soreness after exercise. And while that's great for athletes, it's even more valuable for someone like you, who simply wants to stay active without paying for it with pain. But it's not just about recovery. Cherries also contain melatonin, the hormone your body uses to regulate sleep. And we both know how important sleep is when you're trying to heal. If your muscles don't get that rest, they can't fully repair. That means the cycle continues. Wake up tired, move less, cramp more. It's exhausting. Now imagine this instead. You add a handful of cherries to your evening routine. Over time, you sleep deeper. Your muscles begin to relax. Your next walk doesn't leave you feeling wrecked. Sounds like a small thing, right? But that's the beauty of it. Small changes that ripple into big results. And yes, cherries also give you vitamin C, so they're contributing to collagen production, just like kiwi and watermelon. They help your muscles stay elastic and strong, so they don't strain as easily. Think of them as your nighttime repair kit, natural, gentle, and effective. So here's the question. When's the last time you tried adding cherries to your diet regularly? Not just one bite here and there, but as part of your evening plan to sleep better, move easier, and feel stronger. Because everything we've covered so far, potassium, magnesium, hydration, inflammation, it's all coming together now. But there's one last piece we haven't touched. One more fruit that quietly works behind the scenes to help your body absorb, digest, and actually use all these nutrients. It doesn't just help your muscles, it helps your entire system stay balanced. And the best part? It might already be in your fridge, waiting to do its job. Let's find out what it is. 5. Papayas, the digestive supporter. It's tropical, soft, and maybe not the first fruit you think of when it comes to muscle health. But if you've been struggling with cramps that seem to come out of nowhere, especially after meals or when your stomach feels off, papaya might just be the missing link your muscles have been waiting for. Let me ask you, do you ever feel bloated, heavy, or uncomfortable after eating? Maybe your digestion isn't what it used to be. And you've probably noticed that when your stomach is upset, your sleep suffers. Your body feels tense. Your muscles don't quite cooperate the next day. What you may not realize is how much your gut affects your muscles. When digestion slows down, your body struggles to absorb nutrients, especially the ones your muscles rely on, like potassium, magnesium, and vitamin C. So even if you're eating the right foods, they might not be doing their job. Not because you're doing something wrong, but because your system needs a little support. That's where papaya shines. It contains a powerful natural enzyme called papain. This enzyme helps your body break down proteins and makes digestion smoother, more efficient. And when your digestion improves, everything else falls into place. You absorb more minerals. Your body holds on to hydration better. Your muscles get what they need to stay relaxed and strong. But papaya doesn't stop at digestion. It's loaded with antioxidants, those tiny defenders that fight oxidative stress. If you've ever felt sore or fatigued for no clear reason, oxidative stress could be at play. Papaya helps reduce that silent inflammation, protecting your muscle tissue from breakdown and speeding up recovery. It's like a gentle internal cleanup that you never knew you needed. It also delivers a solid punch of potassium and magnesium, just like bananas and kiwis, but with the added bonus of fiber. That fiber keeps your system moving, helps prevent constipation, and lightens the load on your abdomen. If you've ever had stomach tension trigger leg cramps, you know how closely these systems are connected. When your gut relaxes, so do your legs. And here's something else to consider. Papaya is low in calories and high in water, making it a perfect daily option for anyone watching their weight or managing chronic conditions like diabetes or kidney strain. It's gentle, supportive, and deeply nourishing. Sometimes the best solutions aren't flashy, they're simple, quiet, effective. So, think about your daily routine. Are you giving your body what it needs, not just to eat, but to use what you eat? Because all the fruits we've talked about, bananas, kiwis, watermelon, cherries, they all depend on one thing: your body's ability to absorb and apply their benefits. And papaya is the bridge that helps make that possible. Now you've seen the full picture: hydration, minerals, inflammation control, digestion. But how do you turn this knowledge into daily action? How do you go from "I get cramps every night" to "I sleep through the night, pain-free"? That's exactly what we'll bring together next. Stay with me, because what comes after this might just change how you feel every single morning. So let's go back to that moment, the one that probably brought you here in the first place. It's 2 in the morning. You're sleeping peacefully until suddenly your leg locks up and the pain shoots through like a jolt of lightning. You sit up, grab your calf, press and rub, trying to make it stop. And in that moment, all you can think is, why does this keep happening to me? But now, you know more than you did before. You've met 5 fruits that do more than just sit pretty in a bowl. They hydrate. They relax your muscles. They fight inflammation. They repair tissue. And they help your body actually use the nutrients it needs to stay strong. Bananas for potassium and nerve support. Kiwis for magnesium and muscle relaxation. Watermelon to flood your body with hydration and improve circulation. Cherries to calm the inflammation that builds up quietly, day after day. And papayas to help your digestion unlock it all. And the best part? You don't need a prescription. You don't need to swallow another pill. You just need a plan and the willingness to try something natural, something real. So what would happen if, starting tomorrow, you added just one of these fruits to your daily routine? What if instead of waiting for the next cramp, you started building the kind of muscle support that works while you sleep? You've probably tried a lot of things. Maybe some of them worked. Maybe most of them didn't. But here's a chance to shift the way you support your body, not through restriction, but through nourishment. Through simple, daily choices that feel good, taste good, and make a difference. If you've ever felt frustrated, tired of waking up in pain, tired of missing walks, missing sleep, missing the freedom to move the way you used to, this is your invitation to change that. Try one of these fruits today. Try 2 this week. See what happens. Then come back here and let us know. Did your sleep improve? Did your legs feel lighter? Did the cramps stop? Because stronger, healthier muscles don't happen by accident. They happen when you feed them what they need, and you just learned exactly what that is. So here's to your legs, your sleep, your strength, your freedom. You've got this, and it starts with what's on your plate.